Would you like to ask which question?
So unfortunately, I'm going to pick on Anne again. She's had quite a few questions at this point. I'd like to come back to the very first question and the issue of whipping practices. And before I ask my question, I'd like to make the point that the question relies on, which is I think it's unfair to criticise MPs on this, but only because we don't actually know which votes are whipped and which direction the vote is supposed to go, because by convention the letter is not recorded because it's private party business, and the hand signal in Parliament is not reported in Hansard by convention, so that MPs cannot be challenged on violating the parliamentary right of free speech. And I would like to ask you, Anne, do you think that it would be a good thing for Parliament if there was more transparency on this issue and that these things were recorded and made public knowledge so that we could fairly criticise them?
Yeah, I think I certainly wouldn't have a problem in it being quite clear whether a vote has been whipped. It's usually quite clear from the voting, and it's also quite clear from the fact that actually if there is a free vote, that is usually pretty public. So matters of conscience are almost inevitably free votes. So although it's not clear whether a vote is whipped, it's fairly clear when it's not whipped. But I'm all for as much transparency as possible. But I do stand by what I said. Every MP can vote exactly the way they want to vote, irrespective of the party whip. As I say, the Conservative Party, I don't think the Liberal Democrats has as strict rules as the Labour Party. But, you know, you can do what you want. You've been elected by your constituents, so you can vote how you want.
Thank you very much. And finally, Mark.
I don't think that really answered the question. You mentioned about things being very clear, quite clear. Like, do you actually...
Oh, OK. Well, it's usually fairly easy to find out whether there's been a free vote on an issue. I think you can generally assume that if there's not a free vote, then it's been whipped.
OK, we'll come back to that if a member of the audience wants to.
But I don't mind it being more open.
If the audience wants to come back to it, we will.
Everything leaks these days.
Thanks, Anne. And